Hey, welcome to LeadFerret 102, everybody. We're actually just waiting for a few more people to join in, and we're going to get started, okay? All right, everybody. Looks like we're ready to go here. Again, welcome to LeadFerret 102 with myself, Richard, and DJ Nakaba, which will be covering the second half of the webinar. Today we're basically going to be covering over some similar things we did from the last webinar, but going into more specifics, like how to search for specific titles, industries, how to search for companies based on size, different ways to search for geography and location, how to use that quality score slider. A lot of people had some questions about that. Things like running prior searches that you have done in the past, excluding records from your searches, specializing the different search tools that we actually have, and of course the specialty directory, which is a very popular spot on our website. So let's go ahead and get started here. Okay. And with the general search page, of course, you'll use number 2 to go for any department or profession. Let's go ahead and just select something that is pretty popular on our website, which is HR. Of course, when you run the search, it's going to be throughout the United States, okay? You have to keep that in mind. So it's going to run it here. Of course, we have a little over 300,000 contacts. Once again, viewing, all you have to do is click on the person's first or last name to view the contact details for them. You can click the same area to close them. And what we covered last week, I'll explain a little bit more because I'm pretty sure some of you will have questions about that, is our targeting system as well. But yeah, searching for individual titles is pretty simple. You can also use the specialty directories that we have as well. DJ will actually be going over that into a little bit more specific later on. And let's just go and use a different title here that a lot of people were wondering about, which is our sales. Okay. And after you have it pulled up, again, you could always target them. A lot of people wondering, how do you narrow it down by a specific location, or even go for a specific title within an industry. So right now, if you have the sales up, okay, this is going to be in any type of industry. If you wanted to narrow it down, all you have to do is go to the industry section of our website. If you don't have SIC codes available to you already, you could just use our lookup tool right there. You can go into financial, insurance, real estate, just for example here. Insurance carriers is pretty popular. On this page right here, when you select, it's going to auto-populate it into the field for you. So you don't have to worry. Once you click it once, it's already in there, okay? So when you're ready, you can click the OK button, and you'll see all of the SIC codes populate on the left-hand side of the screen. Let's just run this search here to see what we get. Okay, we have a good amount of contacts here. Okay, and I see a lot of people actually wanting to see examples of the targeting system again. So you have a few ways of actually doing it. You can either target individual contacts like this. Maybe you want to be a little bit more selective of the contacts that you are trying to prospect to. You take a look at them, you see, oh, they meet your exact criteria, so you target them, and you're basically throwing them into a separate folder for you to either view at a later date or even download them onto a spreadsheet. See, that's one way of doing it. We have people hopping on our website doing mass email marketing, so they don't really care about being selective. Maybe you see the first 50 on this list, you just want to take a shot at it, and you're going to do target first. You could put the first 50 right there. Go ahead and click records. Name the folder, whatever folder you want it to be named. Once they're targeted, all you have to do is go to the dashboard under the targeted contact section and pull up anything that you targeted. If you're like me, you're going to have a lot of folders in there. And of course, viewing, again, will always be free, and if you downloaded it, it will just take away your points. Okay, we're going to move quickly here to searching by size, which is another thing we didn't really get to cover last week that much. A lot of people had questions about it after. So if you, let's say for example, again, let's do sales. Okay, we're going to run that real quick. And maybe you have a specific revenue range or even an employee size that you want to include in there. Let's see here. So we're going to add the revenue range, and it's going to narrow it down greatly. Okay, so he wants to do 50 here. We're going to do 50 million, maybe to 150 million. Keep that in mind that the revenue range is already in millions, okay? A lot of people make that mistake. They add all those zeros and come up with no contacts and think that our system is something's going on there. But all right, let's see what this does right here, okay? 50 to 150 million. Yeah, and I see a lot of people actually asking about specific industries too. I mean, I'm just doing this for example purposes, okay? So sales, you can run a search just like this with the revenue range. All these filters that you see on there, 1 through 10, you can include an item on each one, but it's always good to be a little bit broad at first, to see what type of numbers you get. Once you see it, then you can narrow it down even further. Like what I did, for example, right now, I'm pretty broad sales in any type of industry with a revenue range between 50 to 150 million. I received 64,000, a little more than that, throughout the United States. So you can expect if you added an item on every field, the number will drastically decrease from this, okay? So another thing that people wanted to include to this was the employee size as well. You want to be a little more selective. Let's put 10 to 20 employees, okay? Sorry, that's 10 there. Oh, we're at a little over 64,000, okay? So I want to see how much this drops it down by. From 64,000 with only sales and revenue range, with 64,000, we added the employee size 10 to 20, and it decreased it all the way to a little less than 2,000. Okay. And again, you can always target them from here or download. It's entirely up to you. So these are some of the main criteria that a lot of people use. A very important one is the location. Okay. So if you wanted to narrow this down to a specific area, you can. I'm going to run some searches by a specific city or even a zip code for you guys. It's very simple here, okay? We're going to just do the sales, for example, again. Or maybe even, how about IT, since people are always searching for IT here. It looks like it's very popular. Okay, and then once you have the IT up, you're going to want to go to the state section of the city, and you can input all those locations. Okay, let me go back to the IT here. We'll run that real quick so you guys could get an example of only pulling it up in just Illinois here. Okay. Might be a lot of contacts here. Okay. There we go. Yeah, 43,000. That's a good amount right there. Okay, and then maybe you want to get a little bit more specific, okay? Let's say you want to do a zip code. You can always remove the state if you like, enter in any zip. I always, default back to my hometown of San Jose just to make it easy here. Let's do 200 miles out of the zip code 95111. Okay, and then once you have the search there, yeah, see, it narrows it down all the way to 32,000, which is still a good amount considering the radius that we inputted there. Okay, it looks like some people actually did not get to see the targeting feature earlier that I was explaining, so I'm going to go ahead and do that one more time here, okay? So you can either target specific records on the far right if you want to be a little bit more selective, or if you want, you can use this checkbox right here to select the ones you want onto the targeted contacts list, or even do a first, put in the first 10 if you like, to target the first 10 contacts. I'm just going to throw this into the general list. Earlier we did a name target contact list where you could name the folder, but for now let's go ahead and do it in the general one for you guys, okay? And then once you target the contact, again, it's under the dashboard, targeted contacts. As you can see, I'm keeping it busy here. You select the folder that you actually created, and all the contacts will be there for you to either view or download onto an Excel spreadsheet if you wish. Okay. Yeah, and that's about it for the first half of the webinar. I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to DJ here to continue the rest for you guys. One second here.
Hey everybody, this is DJ Nakaba, and I will be taking over the second half of the webinar. Again, if you have any questions, concerns, if you can't hear me, please let me know, and I will try to speak either more slow, or speak up. So I'm just going to go off of Richard's last search here. He did a search for IT's radius mile of 200-mile radius from 95111. What I'm going to be showing you guys today is the quality score. A lot of people have questions about the quality score. So a brief explanation about the quality score is the higher the score, the more recent that contact has been updated. Just because a score is at 50 or below doesn't mean the contact's bad. Just means we haven't gotten around to it as recent as a score of a 65 or 70. So that's the quality score. So what I'm going to show you here today is actually how to only get a quality score of 70 or higher, or 65 or higher, or whatever you guys feel most comfortable with. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to scroll up. You're going to see here, in section 10, you're going to see a few things. You're going to see score. You can actually sort by last name, first name, title, company name, city, state. If you want to, you can actually raise the quality score here. It's a little toggle switch. It goes up and down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise that quality score to 70. I'm going to go to 70. Whoops. Sorry, my hands are a little shaky. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit that blue search tab. Let that load. Let that load. There it goes. And it's going to bring me all the scores from 70 or higher. Okay? Actually, this one's at 80. I did a little pre-run and I had it to 80. So this one is set to 80 or higher, as you can see here. And if you go through the list, you're going to see that the number drops down drastically, but you're only going to get our top quality contacts in that criteria. Okay, so next, what I'm going to show you guys is how to actually rerun your searches. We have a lot of clients who had to run searches an hour before or a week before, and that's all logged. So you can actually go to your search history, and let's say you had a specific time where you knew that you ran a search and you want to bring that search up, you don't want to enter all the fields. So you can actually go to any one of these. You're going to see it's all the way dated back from October 30th. But I'm just going to do some random one from, let's say, earlier today, November 13th at 10:22. I'm going to let that load up. And you're going to see here, this is the search that we did at 10:22 in November. Okay? The next thing I want to show you is actually how to sort by company. So let's say you want all the companies in alphabetical order. You want to see all the duplicate companies in that search. You can actually click on the company logo here, and it's going to bring up all of them in order. Let me scroll down, and you'll see here they're all alphabetical order. You'll notice that there is some duplicates in there. And I know of a lot of our clients want to eliminate companies. Right now, we can only eliminate one company at a time. We are working on being able to enter more than one company, but as for right now, we can only do one. So this is definitely something that we are going to change. So let's say this first company you do not want in your search. So you can actually copy it, copy it, there you go. And you can throw it into section 8 where it says by company. I'm sorry, by section 6. Thank you, Richard. So I'm going to just copy and paste it in there. I'm going to hit exclude, hit that search tab, let that load, let that load. And again, I ran the search already, so you guys don't have to wait for it to load. And you're going to notice that company is eliminated from that search. So this is a great way to eliminate bigger companies if you don't want a bigger company in there. Maybe that's a company that you do not want to do business with, or maybe you have already done business with that company, so that is definitely something that you guys could utilize. Next, I want to show you how to actually, it's actually going off of the same elimination of companies, but you can actually eliminate contacts. Let's say you've already downloaded them, you've already transferred them over to Sales Nexus. So let's say you want to eliminate companies that you've downloaded already. You can start checking these boxes. If you scroll up, you'll see section 10, exclude contacts already downloaded. Click on that tab. You're going to hit that search, and it's going to exclude all the contacts that you've already downloaded. Same with Sales Nexus. You can also actually exclude contacts that have already been targeted. As Richard showed you how to target contacts, put them in a folder, and then they will be in your dashboard. So that's another function that you can use. Another thing is on the right. you're going to see on the far right here, you're going to see a target tab, and you're also going to see an add to CSV. If you want to individually start adding targets to your targeted contacts, you can start clicking on these tabs. And what it's going to do, it's going to take it right into your dashboard. I recommend doing it the way Richard did, actually checking off the tab so you can actually view which ones you're going to target, and then you could save it, or you could add it to another folder, or you can save it as a new file. Same with CSV. If you want to just download that contact right away, you can click on that CSV folder, and it's going to let you know you're about to download one record. Of course, take away 1 point. Okay, so that is a brief explanation of how to exclude targets. I showed you how to alphabetize the company. You can also do that with title, last name, first name, city as well. Remember, if you have any questions, please let us know. We do have someone standing by answering questions throughout the webinar. And if I am speaking too fast, please let me know. Too slow, too loud, too soft, please let me know. Okay, so what I'm going to go to next is our specialty directories. This is the last part of our webinar. We did touch on this a little bit in LeadFerret 101, but I want to get more in depth in it. We are always adding new specialty directories. We always take recommendations. Please add these special directories. So this is something that we're always adding to. So you'll want to check this periodically to see if we've added anything. And you could always let us know as well. You can give us ideas. Hey, we want this company or this industry or these titles, and I think it's very popular, and we'll always run it by and see if we could add it for you. So specialty directories is, I think, a great tool. I always take my clients to this first and see if there's anything in there that they could utilize. So again, you can actually search in here if you already know for a specific title that you're looking for, specific industry. Oh, sorry about that. Looks like my computer froze here a little bit. So if you know exactly, let's say you're looking for sales, it's going to type in sales in there in the title search, and you're going to see these are all the specialty directories we have for that keyword. So sales decision makers, sales managers, Salesforce professionals. So let's go back to the whole list here, and you can actually browse through here. I mean, we have tons and tons of stuff in here. I think this is really cool. We spent a lot of time putting this together. So you'll see title and profession. You're going to see professional skills and certifications. If you scroll down even more, you're going to see resellers and partners, miscellaneous. So I think this is a really good tool for everybody to get started on LeadFerret. So I'm just going to choose one. You can actually just go to any, let's say Photoshop experts. I mean, this is so random that we put this together, and it's really a great thing. So you're going to see it's going to give you a little paragraph of what the Photoshop providers do. If you scroll down, you're going to see all the contacts there. Again, you know, you'll notice that these contacts are lit up blue. It's a kind of a purplish color. That means that they're already added to our CSV file. They're already added into an Excel sheet. So again, if you wanted to exclude all those contacts that we already downloaded, just hit exclude, hit the blue search tab, let that load up, and you're going to notice all the contacts. There's no more contacts in there that are lit up blue. So we know that we haven't touched these contacts. They're all fresh. And then we can start our marketing. So this was basically the end of LeadFerret 102. Again, please ask any questions. Richard and I do appreciate everybody that did attend. We are going to be having a special for those who actually attended the webinar. Basically, it's double points, as you see on the screen. For anyone that attended, just let us know that you attended the webinar. Even if you have colleagues and they didn't attend, just tell them to call us. Hey, we attended the webinar, and give us their name, give us your name, and we'll give them double points as well. So this is any from basic to pro, and we very rarely have specials on that basic package. So we're going to leave this open for a little bit longer. If you have any questions, we'll still be answering questions. Again, we do appreciate that you guys attended our webinar today. Please check back. We do have webinars maybe every once a week, every other week. And again, if you have any questions, give us a call, shoot us an email. You can ask for Richard or myself, DJ. And again, have a good weekend and take care. Thank you.